Warning, there are people pretending to be me in the comments. This is what a comment from me looks like. Notice that the name is spelled perfectly, and notice the border around the name. That's how you know it's from me. You can also click on my name to make sure you actually go to my channel to double check. And this is what a comment from an imposter will look like. It has weird characters in the name or comment, and it's usually going to ask you to add them on WhatsApp or Telegram. I don't have WhatsApp or Telegram, and I would never ask you to add me on there. All right, so please be careful, use your common sense, and now let's get back to the video. Hey, how's it going, GPU heads? Thanks for clicking on my video. 𝐂𝐇𝐄𝐂 here, and guys, I am so excited for this video. This is the video that I've been sort of teasing for like a couple of months now, and it is finally here. Today, we're building the coolest mining rig that I can think of, at least. We're gonna build a all-white mining rig. Now, I'm not just talking about the GPUs being white, I'm talking all white. Motherboard, power supply, risers, splitter cables, everything white. And before we jump into it, I just want to say a massive thank you to GPUrisers.com and GPUrisers.uk. These guys. Now, this video would not be possible without them. They sent me a box of their white risers like this one, as well as their all-white PCIe splitter cables. Now, there is a reason why you hear us mining YouTubers talk about these specific risers on and on again, and that is because they are simply that good. They are so reliable, they're fantastic quality, and those are the properties that you want in a product like this. You want to be able to depend on these and not have them break after a month or a year, right? And so what you can do is you can head to either GPUrisers.com or GPUrisers.uk, and you can use the promo code 𝐶EB. Yeah, that's right, just SEB, and it will give you 10% off on any order. So yeah, go check those out. GPUrisers.com. Thank you so much. And also, I finally get to feel like a real mining YouTuber now. I finally got my GPUrisers.com package, right? All right, let's hop on over and let's have a look at the mining rig parts that I got for this all-white mining rig. Oh, and by the way, we're also going to be picking the winners for the Flux giveaway later in this video, so stick around for that. That's coming later in the video. All right, so let's start with what I know you guys are most curious about. So we've got 3 ROG STRIX 3070 white edition non-LHR. These are by far the most difficult parts to get a hold of, and yes, we're doing a 3 GPU mining rig today. Now, this motherboard that I'm going to show you in a little bit, it does have up to 6 PCIe slots plus an M.2 slot, so I could fit a total of 7 in this mining rig eventually, but it already took me like 3 months just to find 3 of these cards, so I just wanted to get this video out and done, and then if we find more cards, maybe we'll add more to it later. But let's just keep having a look here. We got some nice RGB all white case fans here that we're gonna put in the mining frame. Got some white RAM with RGB on it. Now, of course, as you know, RGB adds hash rate. We got the white PCIe Express splitter cables. Thank you, GPUrisers.com. We got, well, this isn't white. It's a M.2 SSD that we're gonna use for our boot media. And of course the CPU isn't white, but you won't see the CPU anyway. Then we got our white PSU here, which is also the ROG STRIX white edition 850 watt power supply. Now that should be enough to run 3 3070s as well as the system, just barely, but like power limiting these GPUs. And if you're someone experienced enough like me who know what you're doing, this is safe. Now, I would probably recommend having a little bit more headroom. If this is your first rig, then just 850 watts for 3 3070s plus the rest of the rig, but 850 watts will do for us today. Then we of course got a all-white CPU cooler as well. This is absolutely 1,000,000% overkill, but it's the only all-white CPU cooler that I could find, so that's the one we're sticking with. And then of course our white GPUrisers.com risers. Also got some white electrical tape you know, you never know what might need taping up. And then finally this. So this is the whitest motherboard that I could find, and I challenge anyone to show me a whiter motherboard than this. So let me get it out of the anti-static bag real quick. So this right here is the MSI B360 Gaming Arctic motherboard. Now, if any of you know of a whiter motherboard than this, then please let me know in the comments. But after all the research I did, this was the absolute whitest one that I could find anywhere on the internet. Now, this is a discontinued motherboard, it's older generation. So I had to order this used from AliExpress, and just getting this motherboard took about like a month of delivery time. But yeah, worth it, right? But yeah, those are all of the parts for this mining rig. Alright, so the first thing that we're gonna need for this mining rig is of course a frame to put it all in. And what I've done is I've made a custom 6 GPU variation of the 14 GPU mining frame that I've got a PDF guide for. That's always linked in the description, and you can see one in the shot over there, I believe. So yeah, I just happen to have all of the perfect length aluminium angle pieces all cut up here. So I reckon let's just use some movie magic and build a mining frame real quick. So let's do it in 3, 2, 1. And there it is, you guys. Looking pretty good if I say so myself, but this is of course silver, and this is a white mining rig that we're building. So let's get the spray can out. Alright, so our frame is all painted white and ready. So I guess let's just start assembling the actual computer parts, right? Alright, so before we start assembling everything in our frame, let's actually just put the base components together and make sure everything works the way it shall. So I'm gonna add the CPU and RAM and SSD and CPU cooler and stuff, just to make sure just so that like the base of this rig all works. And yeah, let me get the camera set up and I'll show you that. Alright, so we're gonna start with our CPU here, and to install our CPU is simply lift the clasp like this, get the CPU out. Now if you look at the CPU, you can see one of the corners here. Well, you can see this on the camera, but one of the corners has a little arrow on it, a little triangle, and you just need to match that up with where that triangle is on your cover here. And then just gently place that down on your motherboard like that. And then you just clasp this in and the cover will pop out on its own, just like that. And then you want to hang on to this, because if you need to send your motherboard back for an RMA or something like that, they won't take it without this. So hang on to this little cover. Now let's do RAM next. And we'll get to the CPU cooler. I just wanted to put the RAM in first. So this comes with 2 sticks of 8 GB, but we only need 1. And then I'm gonna repurpose one of these for another rig that I'm building. So we just need the 1. And now for us, since we're not gonna be doing anything CPU intensive on this, it doesn't really matter that much which slot we put it in. But you know, if you do want to do it properly, you should look into your manual and see where to put the RAM stick if you just have one of them. And I know that for me it's in the 2nd slot from the CPU. So what you want to do is you want to look for this little notch here, and you want to match that up to the little notch in the slot here, and then just out of the way like so. And then slide it down, and then you want to press it in, and you're gonna hear a click usually from both sides of the motherboard slot here. So well, it clicked on both sides at once, so it just sounded like one click, but as you can see, both of these little clasps locked in. I hope you can see that at least. Alright, so you know what, before we put the CPU cooler on, let me put the SSD in, because I think CPU cooler might get in the way a little bit. So to do this, just grab your little SSD like this, slot it in, kind of on an angle like that, and then you just gotta screw it in. Let me get that screw real quick. Alright, so now I'm gonna assemble the CPU fan. I'm not gonna show me doing that because it will be so boring and specific to this, you know, specific fan. So let's just cut to it being installed. Alright guys, there it is. Now let's plug this into our power supply and see that everything's running as it should. So we got everything in place. We got screen plugged in, keyboard plugged in. We have the 24-pin motherboard power cable plugged in, as well as our 8-pin CPU cable. So I guess it's time for first power up. So let's do it in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Got some RGB going on the motherboard, so that's good. CPU fan is spinning. Come on, show us something on the screen. All right. So we are posting something. Excellent. All right, so press F1 to run setup or F2 to continue. F1. And we're in the BIOS. Fantastic. Alright, so basically the only BIOS settings I changed was to enable above 4G like memory decoding / cryptocurrency mining mode here, and I also set the PCI Express like link speed to generation 1. Usually it works with auto as well, but I put it to Gen 1 and that always seems to work, and if not you can change it to like Gen 2 or auto or whatever. And then I also come in here to integrated graphics configuration and just make sure that that's set to integrated graphics device like that. And finally I come in here and switch restore after AC power loss to power on. That just means the computer will boot up automatically as soon as it gets power. This is good if you have like a power outage and your rigs go down, and then when power come back on, you know, your rig will boot back up again automatically. But that is basically it for BIOS settings on this rig. So yeah, let's move on. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna be installing Windows on the rig now. I have a video on how to install and set up Windows for mining already, so if that's something you're interested in, I'll link that up in the card above. But yeah, I'm just gonna get Windows installed here real quick and then we'll move on. Alright, so now that everything's working, I'm going to assemble everything off camera, and then we'll cut to a cool sort of finished montage of it, and then I'll walk you guys through what I've done, basically how I put it together. So yeah, I guess let's just cut to it being finished in 3, 2, 1. Alright guys, so there it actually is, all finished. It only took until 1:30 a.m. So I'll go over quickly just what I've done here, but if you need a full guide on how to build a mining rig, I actually have a video on that as well. It is like an hour long though, so be warned, but it goes through everything. But anyway, what I've done here is just basically plugged all 3 3070s onto the motherboard with good old GPUrisers.com risers or GPUrisers.uk, as you can see in there. And as for powering these, I'm using the GPUrisers.com PCI Express 8-pin splitter cables, and I am using a single strand for each GPU, because each GPU, or rather each strand here, is daisy chained. So each strand coming out of the power supply has 2 8-pins on it. So I'm using one to power the riser, and then one that I'm splitting and powering the GPU. Now, when these are up and mining, they only pull around 120 watts. And I believe full TDP for these are around 220 watts, which is just about enough for a single 8-pin cable to handle. So we should be all good there. Now, big issue is, of course, this CPU fan. I don't know if you can see, but it sticks up. And I actually knew that this was going to happen. I figure since I only have 3 cards for now, it's not an issue, and it won't be an issue even with 4 or 5 cards. It's only when if I find that 6th card that will be an issue, and by then I'm hoping that I will have found a better CPU cooling solution than this, because this cooler is just so big and overkill, but it looks cool. There's one little upgrade that I would like to do here, which is switch this fan for an RGB fan, but that will be at a different point. But yeah, so I still have the best part to show you guys, which is the actual hash rate that I'm getting on these, because these are actually a bit special. But I'm not gonna do that just yet. First we are gonna have a look at, well, we're gonna pick the winners for the Flux giveaway. So let's actually use this mining rig as an actual computer and pick the winners. So I'll see you over in the computer. Alright, I'm sat at the rig, as you can see, and it's time to give away 1,000 Flux to you guys. So first of all, I asked you guys, how should we give this away? And I did a poll, and you can see the results on the screen here. It's kind of a big majority voting for 100 Flux each to 10 winners. So I mean, you guys voted for it. You're gonna have to sit through me picking 10 winners in this video. So yeah, let's just start picking people. I got my video loaded up on the YouTube random comment picker here. We're filtering duplicate users, so if you did more than 1 comment, that only counts as 1 entry still. I am including replies because I saw some people replying to my comments instead of, you know, posting their own comment, but I think that still should count. And then of course I'm filtering by our secret word, which was kiwi. So anyone who posted a comment with kiwi in it, you had a chance of winning, as long as you fulfill the other thing that you needed to do, which was to actually mine Flux on Miner Pool. Alright, so we got 1,385 unique entries basically. So let's just start picking people. Alright, we got Mark Bale who says, informative as always, who doesn't like some kiwis? Yeah, so let's see if I can find you in the form here. Yes, there you are. And here is your Flux address. So let's just check that you have been mining on the pool. And yes, you have, for, well, what looks like a few hours, but I guess that counts still. So you are our first winner. Congratulations. Now let's pick another winner. Our second winner. And that's Ryzen Low, maybe? And they say, I actually got into mining Ethereum 2 months ago after stumbling across one of your videos. Oh, cool. So glad I have. Thanks for this great update. Mining Flux straight away. Did I mention kiwi is my favorite fruit? Cool. It is actually my favorite fruit as well. So let's see if we got you in the sheet here. Yes, we do. Now let's just double check that you've been mining here. Yes, you have. So congratulations, you're our second winner. Now let's pick our third winner. Alright, Stephen Gadsby. And he says, hi, thanks for the info on this video. I have just switched my 6-card Kiwi to Flux after mining ETH to NiceHash since I started mining in February. Cool. So a big step for me, direct mining. Many thanks, keep up the good work. Cool, awesome, Steven. So let's see if you've entered into the sheet here, the form. Yes, you have. And let's just double check that you have been mining on the pool. Yes, you have. Fantastic. So, Steven, you are our third winner. Congratulations. Now let's pick winner number 4. We're doing this all one take. Alright, and that is Mahir. And he says, love you, man. What do you think we can mine kiwi in the near future? I think kiwis usually grow on trees. It's not something you mine, but I mean, there might be a kiwi coin at some point. Alright, so let's find you in our form here. Yes, there you are. And let's check that you've been mining. Yeah, I guess technically you did for a minute or something. So I guess technically that counts. Yeah, Meyer, you are our 4th winner. Almost lost count there. So yeah, let's pick our 5th winner. And that's Arun, and he says, bro, hi from Dubai. Your contents are awesome. Waiting for Kiwi giveaway. Thank you. So let's find you in the sheet here. Okay, I think this is you. You've entered your email rather than your YouTube channel name, but I don't think this is the only one with that name. So let's see. Yeah, you've been mining, so you are our 5th winner. Congratulations, Arun. Now let's pick our 6th winner. And that's Andy Hamth, who says, thanks for your great videos and long live the Kiwi. Yeah, absolutely. Alright, so let's see if you have entered here. Yes, you have. Yeah, and you've been mining. So congratulations to you, Andy Hamth. You're the 6th winner. I hope it's 6. I kind of am losing count. I think so. Alright, so let's pick our 7th winner. Alright, and that is Kimmo Freeman, who says, great video, very interesting, including Kiwi community as well. Alright. Put my phone away. Let's see that you've been mining, Kimmo. So, Kimmo, are you in here? Yes, you are. And you've been mining. Excellent. So you are our 7th winner. Now let's pick winner number 8. Alright, and that's James Warren. He calls me Seth. It's Seb. But it doesn't matter. Seb has been providing amazing content and helped me get up and running in US with GPU mining. Loving those kiwi. All right, James, let's see if you've entered here. No, you haven't. All right, I don't see you in the sheet. Let me double check something. Some people have entered their URL instead. Nope, you haven't done that either. And yeah, I'm sorry, but from what I can tell, you have not entered yourself in the form, so I can't find you. I'm sorry. James Warren. No. Just Warren. No. Yeah, sorry. Gonna have to pick a different 8th winner, I'm afraid. Alright, and that's Lurs who says kiwi is good with strawberry. It absolutely is. Alright, Lurs, let's find you in the form here. There you are. And let's make sure that you've actually been mining. Oh yeah, you absolutely have. Excellent. Congratulations, Lurs. You are our 8th winner. Now let's pick winner number 9. And that's Kyber Gaming, who says, thanks for the informative video. Keep eating your daily kiwi. Absolutely. Alright, so let's find you in the sheet here. Excellent, there you are. And make sure that you've been mining. Yes, you have. Fantastic. Kyber Gaming, you are our 9th winner. Alright, so let's pick another winner, and that is 𝐂𝐄𝐂𝐿. And he says, man, your work ethic to put out content is admirable. Let me take a shot here. Kiwi. Awesome. So let's see if 𝐂𝐄𝐿 has entered. Yes, he has. And let's make sure he's been mining on the pool. Yes, he absolutely has. Awesome. Well, congratulations, 𝐂𝐄𝐿. And actually, this is kind of random. I just realized I recognize this username. I believe he has a channel. Yes, he does. And he does like GPU mining. And oh yeah, I absolutely remember him now. He built my mining frame. Awesome. Cool. I guess congratulations to you, 𝐂𝐄𝐿. There you go, guys. Go check out 𝐂𝐄𝐿 and tell him congratulations. But yeah, that's it for the giveaway. I guess let me just show you the hash rates that I'm getting on this rig, and then I can go to bed. Alright guys, so we're up and just started the miner here, and I have been mining on these cards on a different rig for like a few months now, as I've been getting first 1, then 2, then 3 of them. And what I've found is that either I've been extremely lucky 3 times in a row, or there is something special with these white cards, because I'm getting like higher hash rate than you're supposed to on a 3070. And you can see like my overclock settings here. We're doing the regular 1150 on the locked core clock, and we're doing 1700 on the memory clock. Like, that is way higher than a 3070 can usually handle, but these handle that like a champ. Like, they just keep going like without invalid shares on 1700. It is crazy, and I have no idea why that is, But if the case is that the white ones are actually better, like I watched a video by Tech Shinji where he talks about the EVGA Hydro Copper like 3090s, and how when they build those, they pick the absolute best chips that they make off the line and put those into the Hydro Coppers. And maybe there could be something similar going on here. I mean, you're seeing these hash rates like 65 mega hash on each card. Like these are 3070s, they're only supposed to get like 62.5, but they're getting like 3 mega hash more per GPU. Absolutely crazy. Anyway, I'm just gonna leave it there, and I guess that's the end of the video. So if you enjoyed this, then please give the video one of these, I'd really appreciate it. And what you gotta do now is click on that next video on the screen, because this video's over. You can also click the picture on my face to subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate that. But yeah, go click on that next video and I'll see you there. Goodbye. Bye bye. Goodbye, bye bye.